Well, Alan, here we are looking ahead to the Kidderminster game on Saturday. Tuesday's performance at Fyle was much better than last Saturday's, wasn't it, against Prescott in terms of energy and movement?
I was really pleased with the performance. The frustrating thing is we will never come away with anything. The lads deserved a point from the game. It was a great away performance. So unfortunate that them had that little bit of quality to bring on and freshen it up. And I sound like a broken record. We had a little bit of a couple of niggles where we couldn't really freshen it up top. So the plan was to bring Justin on for the last half an hour, like he's done for as many times, and change a game. But the plan goes out the window after 15 minutes. So I thought the lads deserved something. I thought it was Sean Reid's best performance since his first performance against York. I thought he was outstanding. Joe Wheatley, outstanding. I could go through a lot of them. Johnny looked really solid. They never really caused many problems. It was all pretty safe. It's problems we've had since I've been here, and that's being honest. I looked at it, we look really solid, and I've discussed it with the lads. And if we play like that for the next 45 games, we'll be fine. We'll finish in the playoffs. That's a guarantee. But it's just making sure that we continue to play in that intensity, that work rate, that understanding of each other, understand what to do in possession, out of possession. If we perform like that, we'll do smashing.
The pity was that they scored just after they'd had a long spell of pressure. We'd forced them all the way back to the halfway line on a couple of occasions, but then the lad produced just that little bit of magic to break through, didn't he?
Yeah, we'd been, as I say, withstand a lot of pressure, but nothing that wasn't causing any problems. They had one shot deflected, which Johnny got. It was a great save by because it got a good deflection. But other than that, they never really got in behind and caused them any problems. They might have had the ball a lot because we ended off playing Sean Reid as a centre forward. But I asked him to play as a false nine, so to speak. So because that's not his position as centre forward, he can do it, but he can't. He doesn't do the running behind like what Luke Charman does, Dan Maguire and Adam Campbell. So everything was in front of them. So we knew we were going to be under pressure. And I just thought the lads had rode the storm. They'd done exceptionally well. And it was a poor free kick from Nick Horton, which got the goal, to be honest. He's took it on his right foot. And then it's gone all the way along, come back. And Jared's probably over-egged his enthusiasm to close him down. And the kids took a great first touch inside, and then the next person hasn't come out. And that's the biggest thing, is the next person hasn't come out. One of the attackers makes a good run across the front, takes Justin away and leaves the space opened up. And it's a great finish, to be fair to the kid. It's a great goal. And somebody's just got to hold your hands up, Ray, and say there's nothing more the lads could have done with what we had on that night. Yeah. So disappointed we never got anything, but I said to the lads, if we can play like that, we'll be fine. But I want a repeat of that on Saturday with a bit more flame, a bit more energy going forward.
You mentioned earlier there about injuries. Adam Campbell had to go off, and you've taken steps to boost the squad. Subject to league clearance, we've got Levi Yamanchian, who's been at Chesterfield, and Theo Hudson, a midfielder who's been at Leeds, subject to league clearance, of course.
Yeah, it's been tough. I got straight on the phone after the game, as you can imagine, trying to get some players in. First protocol, you try to get Tyrone. Obviously, everyone. I'm not going to shy away from it. You dive straight onto Tyrone, but I think he's got other options. The kid, and spoke to Craig Little, and Craig Little mentioned Levi. Levi had been on trial at Mildred for the last 5 weeks, and they were so close to giving him a deal. And the kid, I spoke to his agent, and he said have a look at him, and the kid was willing to come in. He's 6'5". He's a big lad. He had a little stint at Blythe last year. It didn't go so well for him there. But the kid's come in last night, and he was different class because he worked extremely hard. He's something different that we haven't gotten. With only having one fit striker at this moment in time, central striker, and we're playing Saturday, Tuesday, I needed something to take the burden off Luke Charman, so to speak. You see one whack on his hip, and it was a good whack he got. And he's fit now, but we couldn't continue. And once that happens, you're left again without your attacking fit. And it's unfortunate that we've got them injuries, but every club will have them, and we've just got to get on with it. but I've brought Levi in on a non-con, and hopefully he'll help me with that. And the other lad I brought in is a little winger, little Theo Hudson. There was big things expected of him from Leeds, and he got released in the summer, which I think it was to a lot of surprises at Leeds. And I got sent all of his clips through, and he looks a really talented player. He's a left footer, the left winger, who's got a little bit of pace, a little bit of trickery. I've even seen him described as a mini Messi on some posts, some interviews. So the kids come in again, a non-contract, to try and get some games. It's work for both parties, see if we can get something out of it. And if they rip it up, then the club are in a position. See if we're in a position to keep them. If not, they might get something else. So it's work for both parties and helps with both. And I think Theo could be exciting.
So both of them will go into the squad, obviously, for tomorrow's game against Kidderminster, which are going to be a tough one because Kidderminster haven't won a game yet this season, have they? They got beat in the cup first day, and they lost at home the other night.
Yeah, every game is a tough one in this league at this moment in time because everyone's not ready set yet. They're not really flowing because of different pre-seasons and such, and injuries and whatnot. And people some are full time, some are part time. So everyone's at different levels at this moment in time. So every game's going to be tough. And as I say, games against Kiddie are never easy. They're going to be a really tough game. Them, as I say, them will be wanting to get their 3 points. We're wanting to get our 3 points on board. So them two will come straight into the squad. They'll start on the bench, and then we'll see where we go from there. But I'm expecting a real tough game on Saturday, and we've got to make sure we've got to be on the front foot and making things happen. We've got enough quality in that squad to create problems for them and hopefully score a few goals.